Well, hey everyone, Josh Rose here, Umland Group's team here at the Church on Rush Creek, and this is just your weekly conversation tip for the Fail Forward series. Hopefully last week you were able to dig into your bag and start having some helpful conversations around the topic of Fail Forward. So this week's tip is very quick, and that is you want to go through the discussion questions in your discussion guide before you have your conversation. You don't want to be sitting there trying to have your conversation and having to sort through your discussion guide to figure out which questions you want to focus on. Do that beforehand, and then when you're having your conversation, you can just know which ones you want to talk about because you've already looked at them. Sometimes, there are people out there who like to memorize things, other people don't, and so whatever your cup of tea is, that's fine. But look at it beforehand so that you know what you want to talk about. The idea is you want these conversations to be organic around what you're already doing in your life. So whether that be you're drinking coffee with a friend or having lunch with a friend at your workplace or doing some type of outdoor activity out in the wind. You definitely don't want to be too formal and making this more like a Bible study when we're just wanting you to have conversations around the sermon. So know which questions you're going to ask before you actually get to wherever it is you're going. The last thing I want to leave you with is it's okay to have a natural ending point to the conversation. Oftentimes we think that when we have conversations that are in kind of church settings, there has to be an identified leader and we have to go through a curriculum. Listen, Jesus didn't say go finish curriculum, okay? Jesus said go make disciples. And you're giving yourself over to this fail forward experience, and so you are in the process of disciple making. And so the encouragement is don't feel pressure to have to finish the discussion questions. If the conversation naturally dies off, or the waiter is coming and you need to pay your tab and get going, or if the activity outdoor is not really working out for the conversation, that's okay. Toss it and you can follow it up the next time you're out there or the next week. So don't feel pressure to finish the discussion questions. Focus on having organic conversations around the sermon. The discussion is there just for a guide, and use this experience to get to know one another and feel what it's like to build this into the rhythm of your life. We'll see you next week.